Happy Talking Moss, everybody. It's another Talking Moss. Welcome back to the show.
Happy Talking Moss.
Happy Talking Moss.
Oh my gosh, it's like a holiday here. Thank you. We wanted to get started. We're recording now, and we missed, first and foremost, we got to say we missed a week. We apologize for that. We've been busy boys.
We've been busy boys. The schedules get a flaring. Summer gets a blazing. And man, oh man, have I been a missing some D&D. Tom, what do you got for us today?
Oh, we've got a whole... well, it's 23. Nice. We got scattered showers over the next couple weeks. Chris Siddiqui with sports. Over to you, Chris.
Hey, sports! Once again, the Jays were battling the Philpots, and unfortunately, Baltimore took the home game. We've got 7 touchdowns from the Jaybirds, and Jay going over to traffic. Jay, why don't you explain the traffic on the QEW?
The traffic it's a standstill with the sports talk. Nobody came here to listen to sports. What they came here for was good old-fashioned D&D, and now the zombies are climbing through the windows of your car, ripping you and your family's limbs apart, skin ripping off your flesh, skin ripping from flesh.
You're listening to WDND, and we are the 3 busy boys coming at you live on, look at that, on Instagram and TikTok.
Still 4 people. Right. We got to give some more energy here. We all know the algorithm.
Right. Well, if you add the 7 from IG, we've actually got.
It's been a while 11. Since all 3 of us has been back together, so we're going on big energy, guys. So, but that's also, I should point out, yes, we're trying a thing now where we're going live on Insta, going online on the TikTokies.
Live on TikTokies, live on Insta. You know,
and recording it on the Zoom, right?
I'm saying hello to people on TikTok. We have someone. We have Sir Deathclaw.
Sponsored by AHA.
We have hi from our lovely people up in the North Pole, the Sonar Network.
Oh,
yes,
the little elves and Santa and
that's right,
and Mrs. Claus and everyone up at the in the North Pole.
That's so sweet.
But I'm wondering, TikTok, if you can hear, can you only hear my voice, or is the voices of my partners coming through here as well? Can you hear them?
TikTok, can you hear us? Can you hear us? TikTok, give us a sign that you can hear us. Phone us in. We're over at 649-889-823764. Give us a call, and we'll set you up with some free Dave Matthews Band tickets. They're coming to the Coliseum. Opening up for them is String Cheese Incident. Remember String Cheese Incident, Tommy? Nice. Yeah, I bet you remember String Cheese Incident.
Absolutely, I do. Yeah, I mean, it's always a toss-up between string cheese and Jack Johnson for me, Chris.
Boys, everyone can hear us, and we're coming through clear and plain, and coming through fine.
Beautiful,
guys.
Beautiful.
I am.
Oh, I just got an email. I'm
excited.
Getting audited by for tax evasion. Anyways, not the right.
Are we
not
still
the right
doing
time
opening
or place.
bits? Opening bits.
Oh, hey, we're moving on.
Still
now,
going with bits. We haven't seen each other for a while. We're still getting the bits.
Yeah, still opening bits.
Opening
bits and bits.
There's bits and bits. And okay.
Bites.
Wow. Well, now that we're here, gentlemen, it's been a while. I believe we have 2 episodes to kind of digest a bit too, don't we? Or just, I think it's just the one. Maybe.
No, it's just the one. We're just late on the one.
All right.
Well, you know what? Let's do a classic intro. We want to start this Talking Moss live with a shout out to our new patrons. How about that?
Love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great idea.
Any chance, Chris, you could turn your mic up a little louder?
Oh, I could try. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Bring it closer to
we have to hear our Born.
Sexy mouth.
Yeah.
This is what Born runs an ASMR.
Born runs an ASMR.
When you're deep in the caverns of the Great Hole, and you've got your axe in hand, and you're thinking it's bedtime. Well, you're right.
Okay, great.
And Wendell's fallen asleep.
Oh, Wendell's right.
Actually, yeah, you know what? Wendell did fall asleep quite a lot before Born. Maybe Born is just the embodiment of ASMR.
Oh,
anyway, okay,
right.
great. You know what? Great. We
So a
did
couple
that.
episodes to catch up on and to discuss here.
Yes, and people
literally
to
just
thank
one.
for joining. Literally just one, but
One episode to catch up on. And you know what, guys? It's summertime.
Yeah.
Born and Wendell went to the lake. Although where they were from, it was certainly not summertime. It was
No, but you know, again, before we get ahead of ourselves, we do
What's that?
have to give the shout out to.
Oh, yeah,
the new
sorry,
patrons
shout
that
out.
we
Yes,
have.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
We got some new
Yeah.
people that are jumping in the Moss train. So, Tommy, you let us know who these fine people are.
Amy was on the IG earlier. Let's start with her. Amy Varga. Thank you very much. You're the ancient, you are the land. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Moss Club. So grateful for your kindness and joining the crew.
It's like it's like we're welcoming people into our little like nerdy basement party.
That's
It's
what we,
just like our own little fan expo,
Big
showing
time.
off minis and board games.
Yeah.
Well, just D&D stuff. Yeah, that's all we talk about. Okay,
Nice.
Amy Vargas at the party.
No relation to Baron Vargas, by the way.
I was just gonna say.
Different people.
Say.
Or maybe there is. Amy, tell us, are you related to the Baron of Vallaki, Baron Vargas? Yeah, let us know. We'd like to hear from you, Amy. Thank you very much. Number 2, look at this. We got Bridget.
Oh, that's
Dude.
fantastic. Thank you, Bridget.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bridget.
2 ladies. Thank goodness. I love all these lady monsters. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
It's got this
boys.
stigma.
So
It's the
many
boys.
boys.
D&D's got that stigma of like a bunch of Jolt Cola, pizza
Yeah.
slurping, basement
Boys
dwelling,
club. No
troglodyte
girls allowed.
boys. Yeah, girls are allowed in our club.
Oh my god.
Hey, let's
Those
be
are
honest.
preferred.
D&D has been a pretty safe haven for the fringe
Yeah,
of all
Yeah,
fringes.
all fringe welcome.
All fringe behavior can go and find a home at the D&D table.
The Fringe
I love
Festival.
it.
Guys,
It's getting
you
better
should
every
play
year.
D&D at the Fringe Festival.
Could do a little D&D show at the fringe.
Is Sonar on here? Sonar, can you hook up the Fringe Festival?
I don't know if Sonar has anything to do with the Fringe Festival, but you know, it's
No,
worth a try.
no,
We're,
they
gonna,
don't.
we're all going to dip our toes into the fringe festival.
Yeah, you know what? We'll see you guys at the Fringe Festival. Okay, good night, everybody. That's our Talking
night,
Moss.
everybody.
Thank you very much.
Good
Talking
night.
Moss
Thanks,
night.
all
See you later.
All right, let's do the new episode.
Okay.
It's Talking Moss Live. Starring the Fringe Network. Sponsored by
Who's the musical guest this time?
Chumbawamba.
Ooh.
Okay, guys.
Right.
Yeah, down to business.
Anyone else join our Patreon, or we just have 2 people?
Are you kidding? There's a limit on this Zoom?
There's a limit on the Zoom. We're gonna have to start the Zoom again. I believe you can use the same link, but that's okay because we'll still
It'll be a
keep
little
going.
patchwork for our official
Yeah,
PM
we'll
Live.
do a little patchwork for this one, but that's okay. So, you know,
This is
let's
why we
spend-
edit our shit, people.
Let's spend the remaining 9 minutes sort of building up to what we last heard. We've got the boys arriving from the dangers in the battle of what they saw in the town of Vallaki. We witnessed something so awful, and we always, you know, inside the Moss machine, as we were talking about this episode, we were like, you know what I really love? I love the sort of restfulness of this episode. It's beside a lake. They're really processing what's going on. And something happens in that episode too. They got to do something there, and then you know, there's a nice denouement, and they move on. So the adventure keeps getting these 2 boys. They can't seem to get a moment's rest, even when they think they can.
Right.
They laid waste to Vallaki.
Yeah.
Or actually, what am I talking about? Like, Vallaki has been laid to waste, not at the hands of them.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
not at all.
Although through them being there, sort of caused Vallaki to get laid to waste.
Yeah. I mean, Strahd came after them. He knew where you guys were. A coffin maker in disguise, charmed him with that Strahdonian vampire voodoo that only vampires know. And wow, that was conniving. So he implanted this giant blazing sun with vampire spawn. And
Savage.
swung it. So savage. But of course,
Jerk
that was the
move.
big jerk move. And that's when you guys were taken by Rictavio on the way to Lake Zarovich.
Yeah, and he gave us a nice like creepy ride down to the lake, and then mysteriously left us there. And I really, it's so fun. It's like I feel like I was at that lake. Like I remember when we started the session, and we were being described looking across the lake, like what do we see? And you were describing like the expanse of the lake and the mountain that hits it at the other end, and the smoke coming from Vallaki in the distance, and the sound of the rolling kind of like just ending moments of the battle.
It felt very Canadian, because I feel like we've all, as Canadians, we've all been to lakes or by the lakeside, and whether it's late at night or early in the morning, it was easy for me to picture because I had that beautiful Canadian feel. And even Barovia, that, it's supposed to be this real gloomy, bloomy, plumy place. And even just being by a lake, there's a bit of solace there,
These respites.
We should have dropped a Canadian loon call, just ever so slightly in the background,
But do you think loons would be in Barovia?
I just heard one. Did you guys hear that?
I heard it.
They are in Barovia.
Yeah, that's official. Then that's the official one.
Yeah.
Well, we have a question actually on Instagram Live, which is very fun. But I think we should actually follow protocol, Tom. And there was a burning question actually we had last week, and
yes,
one of our Mossers was extremely insulted, and we have to apologize and get to their question.
Yeah, he threatened me
foremost. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Christopher Hope.
This is good. This is getting good.
Mr. Hope. We're tuning it up.
There's some like somebody beefing.
Well, we missed his question by accident last time.
Poor
and he got really aggressive with me in the DMs. And we just want to make things right. So here's what he wants to know. It's been mentioned that you guys enjoy the Elven cider. Are either Wendell or Born partial to Elven cider? Maybe a little Whivern whiskey or the old Red Dragon rum. What would Wendell and Born's beverage of choice be when they are not saving the land of Barovia? And could they get their hands on some top shelf booze?
Oh,
I know. Yeah, and they for sure. Yeah, what would it be? And he's an artificer, by the way. He's from Bright Axe Hall. How about that?
Oh, well then he knows that it's a mighty fine Pilsner. Nothing too sour. You know what I mean? I don't like anything too thick either. Not like a Guinness. It's too thick. A nice, thin, crisp Pilsner.
I'll tell you something. Wendell learned how to ferment a few straws of golden straw. Golden straw you can also make alcohol from.
Right, yes.
Good Lord.
And so if you leave it out in the sun, you mix it with some other, it's a secret ingredient of the Shining Plains. It's like moonshine.
Oh,
It'll turn your beard upside down.
Oh.
So one great thing. So we were asked by Modern Commando about how we came up with the name Dwarven Moss. But
that's right.
As you're talking about this golden straw, do we want to elaborate on
the
what
golden
that
straw?
Is?
Who we brought that up at some point. We were like, oh, it was like before we even named the podcast Dwarven Moss, I think. And like you said,
it was, I can't even remember. It was one of those memories one of us came up with it where in the previous game we were playing, we were all still, of course, smoking weed. But we were like, we didn't want to call it the world that we live in weed. We want to call it the Faerunian.
Oh, right. You were talking about smoking Dwarven Moss, and you asked Wendell, like, do you have Dwarven Moss in the Shining Plains? And it was Tom who came up with the idea. Is like, I think there's something different in the Shining Plains. It's a golden straw. And I was like,
which is tobacco.
Oh, right.
Which is tobacco.
Yes.
And that's tobacco. But
so this is a great question here. It could also be what?
It could also be made into alcohol.
That is something else. What's
like
the
grain alcohol?
About golden straw?
Like a whiskey or a vodka.
Yeah, it's like a whiskey-ish beer, like really like sour, bitter beer.
Ooh, don't like the bitter.
I'm down.
Oh, you're bitter. Okay.
So Lake Zarovich, we got some questions lined up for old Lakey Z.
Old Lakey Z, huh?
Yeah, the Lakey Z app. I love this modern commando though, Q in live IG. I love this. So, how did you come up with the name of Dwarven Moss? I believe you guys actually heard it in the recording. It was improvised. And does anyone know more about that story?
No, I mean, that's what I was saying. And, I don't know how exactly the moment of where it was born. I just know that I actually don't think we said Dwarven Moss while we were playing. I think we were playing the game prior to Curse of Strahd, which is probably Nictus, our homebrew that Jay was running us through. And I said something again that this weed was not weed; it's Dwarven Moss. It's moss.
I said something about the weed. It was not weed at all.
Something, or we said it, or whatever. But it just was. It was born out of silliness. Modern Commando. It was born out of boys being silly together.
Little bit of improv.
So that's there's
Sir Deathclaw on TikTok wants us to have a nice big pint of dragon milk. You guys are at dragon milk or dragon milk, and what are the stats on that?
Oh, that sounds. I'm sorry, but that sounds gross.
What would a dragon milk give you? I think it's got to be at least a plus 2 to strength.
Yeah,
probably constitution gets increased, or I imagine it would stave off like exhaustion,
or maybe or maybe that's the penalty because it's just like really heavy milk.
But you just shit a lot.
You shit a lot. Really heavy. Tired.
Yeah. We wanted to get right back into it. Now we have a bunch of questions that you guys asked us on our last episode, our Lake Zarovich episode. So we wanted to go, hey, let's get some of that going. And say, what's the deal? Because
we got Nathan.
You know what? I can start this off right away. I from memory, liked hearing a question that I pondered, and I'll still have to just sort of pontificate the answer because it is. Knowing that I had the nightmares that I've been having, of getting surrounded and torn apart by eels, or eels going through me in a dark body of water where I don't know up and down, and I'm disoriented, and it's a very awful nightmare. Why would I plunge myself deep into the dark depths of Lake Zarovich if I knew that it was like a fear of that sort of fate? And Wendell has fear of death, of course.
Who asked
what do you think question? Wendell? So what do you think Wendell did? Why did Wendell do this? Was he?
Hold on. Who asked this question?
I you know what? I feel bad. I can't. I'm not going to.
Okay, that's okay. Blanking on the name, but you know what? What's important is the information. So
we'll overdub this in the released Talking Moss.
Yeah.
Cut that out and cut this out too.
Nobody will know anything.
But the answer to that question is I guess pretty simple. I think it's a great question, but I was having so much fun that episode. We chased that guy down, used the net. Right, that was fun.
Yes,
net flew across the lake.
Flew across the lake. Used the net to subdue the guy, and then we knew that it was probably Aragold being thrown into the water, and I didn't even think at all about the dream, and it really, truly was. It was not like any sort of like 10 seconds before any sort of like pre-writing of improv or like oh, I think I know where I'm going to go at this moment in a second. It was just pure moment to moment adventure, and I just found myself in that water, and so you can hear the excitement in my voice as I'm saying it. I'm like, and Wendell is all fucked up because he's in his dream,
living my nightmare. And Wendell realizes he's living his nightmare.
It's total nerd like that, and he realizes he's living his nightmare.
Smoking embers. So you know what? That actually connects to a talking moss from many moons ago. Someone had once asked you, when you summon your weapon as this hexblade, have you ever summoned a weapon for like utility purposes, or how do you do it? So you used a net for utility here. I think that was like one of my favorite weapon choices you ever had. It was such a smart, cool move.
Holy moly, didn't even know that was a thing you could do.
That was another thing that I didn't plan for. I just sort of like was looking. I keep the page of the PHB open to the weapons page because I know that I could summon any of them, and it was always a fun little menu to have a la carte. What weapon would you like? Of
course.
And it was one of those things where I was in the air. I'm like, what do I do? Like, what can be? I was going like, what can I throw from the air here as I'm going towards? And I just saw net, and I.
Beautiful.
Then I conjured the net, and then I successfully used the net with a successful roll because you just have to attack roll it.
And then I realized Window was living his nightmare. Sounds like that young.
Like so excited to say it too.
Yeah. Oh, so excited, and rightfully so, justifiably so. It was so great. It was one of those TV things where it's building, and then
it's a TV thing.
Living it.
Yeah. It's fun. Like, I mean, it's a game, obviously. Like, and you're playing the game. It's like you're playing it like a simulation. So, like, we're not actually thinking like consciously. 90% of the time, I would guess about like writing or story. But
you know what? Sorry. Continue. It's just what you were saying was. Now you're frozen.
10%. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say. Or I was just going to say that that's something that we do. We don't sit around and think about the moves. We go like, okay, dude, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And there's no double thinking.
You put it in your blood.
Yeah. I got to do this. So there's no humming and hawing. There's not a lot of metaing. It's so very in the moment and action oriented.
Actual play. Let's go.
Yeah.
Indecisive people take a D&D, get a D&D game in your life. And start making some decisions and feeling the fucking pressure. Yeah. And also the pressure coming off when you start just making calls and letting things get out of control. And then from that chaos, gain control.
Yeah. You need D&D in your life. Take some elective D&D college courses. Sign up for D&D lessons online and just get in that D&D world. That'll really spice up the speed of your response. And then you'll learn that when a card is laid, it is played. And you just move forward with that.
I have a question here from YouTube, Mr. Mature.
Yeah.
Because holy love these episodes, man. Y'all have some amazing descriptions for even the most basic actions. Well, I can't even get my players to do squat. Yeah, you can, Mr. Mature.
Damn.
Love you guys. Hope you can keep going. Oh, by the way, who does your sound? It's so good. Well, Mr. Mature, it's me and Jay. That's why it's so good. Okay.
That's the sound sandwich that Chris and Jay make. Very good sound.
Maybe because I'm moving it.
Oh yeah, Jay's on the TikTok right now. We've got all this is multimedia experience, guys. This is cutting edge technology. What you're getting, you're getting a lot of.
I have a comment.
No way.
On TikTok?
No, it's more of a
okay.
A comment than a question.
Oh,
okay.
It's from
we take comments too.
It's from TikTok.
It's from TikTok, and Nature Boy says, "This is a weird version of the movie Dazed and Confused."
Hey, I will take that.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely. Richard Linklater is incredible in it.
That
Randall
defined the music that I loved in my life.
Totally, man. Yeah, like let's crank Slow Ride right now and put Wendell back in that wagon. We just go up the hill and just fucking let it rip.
I will take. You know what we should do next time? We should do like a classic, score D&D, kind of like that movie. Remember that movie, A Knight's Tale?
Mm-hmm.
All that
anachronistic music.
Yeah.
We released a little clip today about anachronism, anachronology,
anachrophobia.
Yeah, that's it.
I have a fear of anachronistic errors.
That's what it is. Yeah, a fear of modern diction used in unfitting times. Yeah, we dropped a little bingo clip, a clip about a game called Bingo. Sometimes that happens when you meld worlds. called Steampunk, and we invented it. What's next?
I got another question from YouTube here. Do Bourne and Wendell have that sense of hopelessness yet? Like whatever they do might end in disaster. Like Strahd will always be a step ahead of you guys. I mean, yeah, man.
Who asked that?
This gentleman's name is Scott Lamberton.
Scott.
Oh yeah, he's been around. What's up, Scott?
Scott Lamberton. I would say, yeah. I mean, that whole last episode, it was just Bourne truly felt the hopelessness there. He was so heartbroken. He had such a great time in Vallaki, and
I think it's pretty clear. Well, not to be. Yes, Wendell has certainly oscillated between hopelessness and survival. He's not having a good time.
Yeah. And I do remember when we were playing, Tom, you kept us going where we had our low times and high times, and you made us feel like, okay, we're down in the dumps, but our actions are moving us forward.
Sure. Yeah, you never wanted to get you guys too low for too long.
No.
You would hope.
No.
It's a hopeless place, a dreadful place.
It's a
demi-plane
of dread.
We find the beauty.
Oh, love that.
And the comedy.
And the comedy. I got another question here.
Yeah, what do you got?
From Alicia Evelyn Rodriguez Philpott.
Oh yeah.
She asked,
take it easy.
No. Alicia Evelyn Rodriguez Philpott. What is your favorite moaming? What's your favorite moaming? No. She doesn't ask that. She asks, what is your favorite moment during the campaign?
From the whole campaign?
Holy smokes. Well, I guess that we've played so far. We couldn't. Oh, it's the last episode. Yeah.
Actually, she doesn't put the definite article so she just asks, what is your favorite moment during campaign? So
cool. Okay. Well, I guess it could apply to anyone. I mean, anything stick out for Bourne, do you think? For Chris?
Good. My favorite moment, single favorite moment. I like when Bourne kills Wendell and marries Strahd in the last.
That was
whoa.
Chris, we're not there yet.
No. Oh God, I can't answer this.
I'm just surprised Wendell said yes.
My favorite moment of the campaign, was probably the Death House. I think for a reason that is just personal to us, where these three guys right here, we worked hard at trying to get a D&D game going, just for ourselves, just trying to get it going, just trying to make it work. It's tough. Right. It's kind of like, how do we make this flow? Do you say something now, or like, is this too much detail? I need more detail here. Like, it's just, figuring it out a lot in those first couple sessions.
Absolutely.
And by the time we hit Death House, we hit this flow, and it just got so fucking fun.
Yeah.
So that's an easy answer for me.
This is very funny. Sorry, I just want to interject with actually, let me not do that. Let me ask Tom. Does a favorite moment to you come to mind? Someone says, favorite moment, go. They're holding a gun to your head.
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite moment of your own D&D podcast?
Oh. I have to say I had a lot of fun crafting Vallaki for the same personal reason as Jay, as we're getting in this flow, because the village of Barovia was just like, okay, how do we make this work all three, right? Because it's not like you're learning how to play. It's like you're learning how to play with the synergy of the players at the table, right? Because I want to know how you guys like to play. I want to play how I like to play. And we try to find this Moss Ven. Yeah. So the excitement for me was like, okay, now that we're in Vallaki, we kind of have a fresh slate. So what do you want to do with that? So I enjoyed the time in Vallaki. I enjoyed the change of pace.
So did I. It was different. It was definitely different.
That's what it's supposed to be. It says that in the book. It says that like it's a time for rest for these characters to kind of put things together and talk about the information that they've heard. You know what? I think I will say I have so many favorite moments.
So maybe the Strahd intro then. I like when Strahd came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? I think my favorite was that battle in the town square. If I'm gonna pick one,
Yeah,
I mean,
there you go.
there's so many amazing moments too coming up that I know I'm like, oh, I can't wait to listen to that again. But I think that big battle was something because that was the first time there's so much chaos and confusion around there, and it was
that one was one of the biggest like sound design things that we worked on too. Like there was a lot of sound design on.
And I loved how in the book there was that statue that was always in the hall, and of course Strahd has the animate object spell. So it's like, wow, we can make this statue come to life right now. I mean, that was so exciting. I love torching the Baron. That was fun.
Oh, beautiful. Here's a real quick question from Instagram Live. Ryan McNabb is asking, is Dwarven Moss an Indica or a Sativa? It's a Sativa. Oh. It's definitely a Sativa.
Every now and then, it's an Indica.
But okay. Sorry. So, okay. Any questions?
Hey, Ryan McNabb. I've seen him around for sure.
Okay, let's see this. We got, of course, our dearest friend Nathan is asking us a question for all three. Indeed. I call it the Wendell theory. Did knowing you'd have listeners make you make any of you worry about the speed at which the story progresses? Oh,
sorry, what is it? What?
Did knowing that you'd have listeners make any of you worry about the speed at which the story progresses? No, not at all, because we knew we were gonna chop it up.
Yeah,
and we really wanted to make it less about the play and more about the listening experience.
We chop it up best we can. I mean, it's still a game that is a game first and radio play second. Like that's the way we played it, at least. Like we weren't playing it with the intention of it being like 100% for this. This is what I was kind of saying before. Like we're playing this like a game. Like we're playing it like a simulation where we're entering these characters and trying to be true to their choices, just the way everyone knows D&D is supposed to be played, not abused. Oh, it's what my character would do. Like we're trying to keep in the lines of what we know works. But that's why it's so fun that in that simulation and playing it like a game, you end up falling ass backwards into things like character arcs and story twists and big cinematic moments that aren't planned for like a writing room. They just happen like a game.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, man. So here's another one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For Chris and Jay, as this was your first playthrough, what were your thoughts on the cards as clues? Did you find they gave you a sense of direction or just confused you even more? Oh my God. What that?
Oh God, I was confused. I was very confused.
Oh, cool. Okay. I was not confused at all. I loved it. I love how Tom did it. Tom, I mean, as preparing this adventure, you knew you had to use those cards in a specific way. And I remember the way you did it.
Oh, sorry. I meant like Wendell was confused. Like I knew that generally what you were doing.
Right. It was very video gaming. It gave you like a bunch of mini quests, right?
Totally. It's something I've seen. I know the deal.
Get this and then get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Wendell was like, what's up with Madame Eva type of thing. Well, you guys were suspicious of her as well, right? Because she was had some association with the Vistani, of course. And
I was also wondering
a little confusion there.
How much Wizard of Oz you were being about the clues and like how real the and what I suspected was that you were kind of playing it like, guys, there's a deck of cards here, and whatever you draw, whatever you pick is going to change this game. And I kind of believed you. I don't know if I want to even ask you if that's what you did or not, or wait till it's over. I don't know.
Well, with that in mind, this next question we have for Wendell and Boren. And actually, here's a little cue right here. Are there any great, this is from Verseca, are there any great moments left on the cutting room floor that you regret Les Monsters not hearing? Like a favorite moment of yours that didn't make the cut. Could be an interesting question. I think we like to keep in anything we like. We try to keep in. So, is there something that didn't make it in that is possibly interesting to talk about?
Maybe there were a few inappropriate jokes that just seem to happen sometimes.
Sure. But I don't think there was anything that was valuable going, we're not going to put this in. We really just took out the garbage. We trimmed the fat. Yeah. There is nothing on the cutting room floor other than fat, the stuff that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, if it's good, you're getting it. So don't worry.
Sometimes like a lot of things we cut out, especially in the beginning, especially in the first act 1 of Dwarven Moss, all of the stuff could be like us going on like a 15-minute rabbit hole of like discussing a rule, and we're not exactly doing it in a way that we're like aware that we're on a podcast, and maybe doing it in a way that's considerate of like a listener. Like you listen to it back and you're just like, we're just kind of talking over each, we're so excited and we're trying to like figure it out. We're like, yeah. No. Yeah. No. And so it's like, you wouldn't want to hear it. We didn't want to hear it.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're not missing out. There's
also a really good example.
Inappropriate stuff.
Yeah. A really good example too is the Death House. I think we might've mentioned this before, but there was a moment where, and this is the kind of stuff we cut out. Bourne and Wendell wanted to really check the house out. So they walked around back to see there, and then they walked forward. And as a storyteller, you kind of think that's a bit redundant. There's no action, there's no progress there. So we just thought, well, we eventually get into the house. So let's just do that. It's easier. Right. We want to follow the story that way. We want to keep the action going.
Exactly. Check out the back is a great D&D move.
It's funny though, like
but it may not,
I can totally like as you're telling that story, I can totally picture, because now I'm thinking, oh, maybe we should have left that in just to make it totally D&D.
No.
We just like do this.
No. Otherwise, we just shouldn't edit anything.
I know.
Yeah, just keep it going.
Somebody on let's read.
Here we go.
I just want to read some TikTok for a second.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we got no more cues on IG. We're just ripping through data here.
Okay, I'm going back up. Man, this room is lit, guys.
Yo.
Answering questions. It glitched for me. It's a great movie. Great movie. Question: would you guy love to do this for your careers? How much you got?
That's a big yes for me.
I
would not turn that down.
If it paid minimum wage,
no.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wage. Depends on where you're from. A minimum wage.
So much fun. We do have the 4th tier.
That's
a one-time payment of $1 million. We're introducing on our Patreon if you want to help us with that goal.
Death House was wild from Death Claw. I think this guy just loves death. He also said The Dream Before Valaki was great too. The Dream Before Valaki. Oh. You know what he's referring to? The Dream Before Valaki.
Whoa.
Yeah,
the Strahd, I'm assuming. Yeah.
The Dream Before Valaki. Our Comic-Con episode was big dream that happened before Valaki.
Right, of course. How
interesting. Cool.
A nice way of pointing that out. That one football jock says, I love your podcast. So nice to see a funny dwarf. Thanks, that one football jock. Thanks. Page Card says, I'm Verseska. We know Verseska. I think she's a patron, I think.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. It absolutely.
Comic-Con app.
Yeah, Verseska. She asked us a Q on here. That's who asked the question about who is if we left anything that we regret on the cutting room floor. Anyways.
Aw.
Yeah. Hey, Verseska.
We're partying. Hey. We're here with this is a Moss party.
I love it. Nathan asked us a career question. Of course, Nathan. Yeah. Okay. Nathan's got a bunch. I'm just going to rifle off the Nathan question because he's always got some good ones. And
Nathan gets his own section now.
I think we should do Talking Nathan. Should we do a Talking Nathan
on? Nathan, let's get you on one of these Talking Mosses, pal.
Yeah.
Nathan, he should be here right now.
Okay. We answered this for you, Nathan, already. He goes, Wendell, why the fuck did you go in the water, you stupid idiot? Was it a moment of intensity? Mm-hmm. Or you just got caught up in the fucking moment like a loser? We already answered that. Challenge for Chris.
So we answered that. I don't remember it taking that tone. Okay, what else did he?
It was pretty harsh. He says, "Chris, Jesus Christ Almighty, why yell to the fisherman, you son of a bitch?"
He said, "Son of a bitch."
Is it just who Boren is, a loser, and the fact that he's not a sneaky guy? He's a loser. Well, no, I mean, I think that was it.
Twice.
Yeah,
wow, that was Taylor that said that.
He capitalized
really, normally,
the second time.
His questions are usually really eloquent. Something must have happened with that one.
I think we struck a chord with him. I'll tell you.
Yeah. So look, if these two,
he's getting a little too comfortable with us, I think.
Here's Taylor. So if these two very different characters never met in Daggerford and weren't pulled into Barovia, do you think this righteous, militaristic dwarf and a lone cursed farmer would ever cross paths and connect as friends? Or is the mere fact that they are stuck in this cursed land, it's the only one outside is trying to escape, the only thing that's holding the new relationship together? So who needs this partnership more at that?
I love that question. Ooh, Let me answer the question just prior.
I like that last part of the question.
Boren yelled at the fisherman because that's who he is. He just wants to step out. He got frustrated with talking to his friends, seeing if a bird could shit on the guy, and then he just said, "Okay, let's do this. Hello."
It was Wendell's idea to see if he could shit on him.
Yeah, and then Boren was like, "Okay, we're
see, Wendell still does know how to have a little bit of fun."
If these two characters never met in Daggerford, you know what? I don't think they'd like each other. I don't think they'd ever. I think Boren would have no reason ever to meet Wendell, and almost look at him like, "Oh, what a nice simple man! You're simple, bye, simple man." You know,
you're a little too much for me. I never really get myself involved with armor and axes and adventures.
Right. Okay,
so you just go that way, and I'll go this way.
I never want to see you again after this. Okay, bye.
Never gonna see you. Never even gonna think about you 3 seconds from now.
Oh no, never. I even forgot that who am I talking to? I'm talking to you, me, myself. Okay.
All I can hear is the wind. Bye-bye.
Well, that was that was a magical D&D moment. You know, if we want to go behind the curtain, those are two characters submitted separately, no knowledge whatsoever.
Totally.
It was
a blind date.
It was a blind date.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Mike McFadden, the beautiful Mike McFadden asks, if Boren survives the campaign, will they team up for another one? Wouldn't that be so cool? We always dream about that. That's a fun little dream, isn't it? We've had a lot of
sort of side quest or a different adventure with Wendell and Boren.
Remember that idea we came up with, like Wendell and Boren go back to Barovia.
Yeah, it's all about going back.
Actually, don't even say that. Don't say we might do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Back to the Future too. You know what I mean? Remember that?
Yeah, it could happen.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, we can't live chat
doing
these brilliant ideas.
Ridiculous.
No. Sorry. I'm sorry.
The magic of live, guys.
Yeah. So we're crowdfunding from you guys. We just need to hit that $3 million and we can get our sequel. And boy, oh boy, the tricks we'd be able to pull.
For each $1 million, you do get a sticker pack. A sticker pack of you get Wendell Boren, the whole Keepers of the Feather, even Voldemort, and collectible Pogs. If you guys are into Pogs, for bringing those back as well.
Collectible Pogs,
they're highly collectible.
Yeah, highly collectible. Infectable too. I also want to say in a very genuine, earnest way, you know, it would really help us too, our dear friends. And if you hopped on to that Apple's podcast and left us 5 stars and reviews, that does a lot of movement and numbers too. And I mean, you guys know how it works. We're living in a different world now, and we need.
Can you believe it?
We need the Mossers to help us out.
You guys must feel the same way. I can't believe that finally I've heard myself actually become the Matrix, and I can hear my own voice saying, all right, guys, leave a 5-star review, subscribe.
Yeah, it's happening.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe,
turn the bell notification on.
First it was on the news, then it was coming through your windows.
Yeah. You know, then let's say what's different than like and subscribe? Approve and
no, I like it. I'm just going to conform. Like and subscribe.
Well, approve and conform. Approve and conform.
Approve and conform.
Wow, that sounds very
Love it. Yeah, the
1984-ish.
written word. You can write those reviews. The written word. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Don't just give 5 stars.
Vladislav.
Write something.
Vladislav. Love that name.
Vladislav.
He asked, I got the question for you, Wendell. Have you tried to find the source?
He's a
of the
Vistani.
curse? He's a Vistani.
Yeah.
You tried
This
to
is one of the
source
best
curse?
questions.
Being in such places, Barovia, having nightmares and so on, could it make you curious and distraught as a man that might know what happened to you if you did find out what the curse is or how to change your state? What would you do? Speechless. Look at that. Perfect question.
Wendell would very much like to know what his curse is all about. I don't think he.
Still so new.
It's still so new. I don't. Well, I guess it's kind of. He's into it at this point, but
Yeah.
he's grasping at straws for any answers, let alone the answer to his curse. Like he's got to figure out somebody else's curse, it seems, before he can even start asking the right questions about his own curse.
Look at this great. Sorry, yeah.
What were you going to say, Tommy?
That's what's
look
happening.
at this in Wendell's mind right now, trying to.
No, I was saying it's
unlock
like
this mystery.
it's like what happens on Conan O'Brien when somebody gives a 10-minute warning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well,
Trying
check
to be
this
PG
out.
about it.
This is from Jamie Brandt on our IG. Just
All right,
said-
Jamie.
Yeah, right, Jamie Brand. Yeah, hello, mate. Yeah, solid, wicked, mint, proper nice, well good, mate. All right, Jamie Brand coming at you, mate. There we go. So Jamie, he had to drop off the live when he realized he wasn't caught up. Whoops. Okay, no problem, Jamie. It's fine. Don't worry about it, man. Stop.
Yeah, man.
But he did do a quick Bourne sketch. Check this out. Look at this.
Whoa, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. He just did it.
God.
How fucking awesome is that?
Dude, he's captured a spirit. Oh my
This is
god.
amazing.
He looks a bit brown.
He does look a
It
bit.
does.
You know, I gotta say, Jimmy, this is always what I would
It's got a
do
bit
to
of
get
you.
into Borin. I would squint
Go.
one eye
Yeah.
and I'd pop another open.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. What? I gotta
That's
say,
Look at our fans. Don't we love? We got a lot of fan art this week too.
This
I
really
love it,
makes
guys.
guys.
my heart swell when this
Really
happens.
awesome.
When people extend themselves, they love something that we made so much that they just want to add to it. And it
So you know
means
what Death
so
Claw
much.
says.
It's so
Validate
cool.
and converge.
Validate
Death
and
Claw said.
converge. I love that. But yeah, please keep making fan art. We love it so much. We can't thank you enough for doing it. It's the biggest compliment we could ever receive.
Make fan animations, make fan logos, make fan
Oh.
websites, do a fan marketing campaign.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we're not in it for anything but the adventure to be shared
Absolutely.
and to inspire. Do this
Yeah.
with your table. Stick a
connect.
microphone and right up the butts of your friends and just see and just be silly with poops and farts.
Yeah. See what that butt picks up.
Because you never know. It
Mhm.
might be one of the most beautiful poops and farts of your whole life.
And that's
And,
what
Look at this
Dwarven
guy.
Moss
Took
is.
the words right out of my mouth, man. Holy moly. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right out of my butt.
Took the farts and poop right out. Look at Tom crying. You're making Tom cry, Jay. Jeez, Louise.
Tom's forehead is crying. Tom is dying. Tom,
It's
do you
so
have a
hot
window
here.
open in there? Or?
I have not opened the window, and I'm just schwitzing away. I have a video of me. I can taste it's very salty on my head.
Smush Wife loves the fan art. We've got Smush Wife. Another
Wife.
Mosser.
Well, I think we hit it all, gentlemen.
I think we
Yes,
did,
we
guys. Yeah.
We can't wait for the next one because we're kind of winding up to a closer, aren't we? Things are
Only I think it's 3 more episodes.
okay. So there's 3
Of
more
Act 2.
episodes. Okay.
But they're all bangers.
They're all such bangers. We've been listening to
We've got them
again.
like in the chamber right now.
Yeah.
And
They're loaded.
they're ready. They're hot and they're ready.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you what else is hot. What we're going to do next Monday, we promise you this. We're going to go live on our YouTube page.
Yeah, real
This
live.
was so great.
This
We
was
might
great.
even just continue doing this with our phones and stuff too, but we're just going to be all together once again, going live on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
So join us again.
One thing so it's nice to be back, the three of us. I did miss, so Chris and I did the last Talking Moss live, but we decided it was wrong to sing a song together. We couldn't do that without Jay. Chris, is that a guitar in your background there? Is that a guitar? Do you want to give us maybe some starting notes? Give us a key, and maybe we can do a 3-piece of this song. And I know you're probably just going to play Dave Matthews, but if you can.
No. How about a nice little A? I always like A minor.
Sure. So sad.
Mamma mimo.
Massimo.
Massimo mimas. Massimo. Remember Massimo.
Massimo. Remember Massimo.
Remember Massimo.
Remember Massimo.
Remember Mimimo.
Mimi Massimo. Massimo. No,
mas mimi mas. Mimi Massimo. Talking mouse and mo.
Talking mouse in my asshole.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hey.